Now it's time to create articles. We'll create an API endpoint as well as a method for communicating with it in our article service file. So now let's go to our server folder and hit up our api.js file. And this time we'll put in router instead of get. This is a post request. The endpoint will be /create. We'll console log posting an article. Create a variable of new article. And we reference it, new article, title property equals the request body title. Also new article content property equals the request body content. And then new article, we'll use the save method, pass in an error and a response as article. And if there's an error, we console log error inserting the article. Also, we have an extra parenthesis up there. And then else, we'll put the response of JSON and pass in an article. Additionally, we have to add a parentheses and colon right here. And we're good to go. So this time, just so we don't forget, let's restart our node server as we've changed the API file. So we'll run node server. All right. Now, next in our article service file, we'll create a new method. Go to source and article service. And we'll name this insert article. And it will accept a post of type article. And we're going to put in let headers equals new headers. And we're adding this because we are submitting a post request. Content type will be application /JSON. And let options, new request options. And if you recall, we imported this earlier at the top. And we set the headers to our headers property. Then we're going to return this HTTP post /API/create. We use JSON stringify. We passed in post and options. And then we map, just like we do regularly, the result here to this result equals result.json. So notice the red squiggly line. That's because we didn't yet import article at the top. So import our article from article. Okay, so let's go ahead and save that. And we're going to use the Angular command line interface tool to generate a new component called create, which will house our form. So this is going to be ng, g, c, and create. Okay, let's go to our article component file. And we're going to copy the last 3 import lines from 2 to 4. And we're going to go to our new create component and paste those in. And we're also going to be using the form builder, form group invalidators members from the Angular form library. And we will be using Angular's reactive forms to structure our form. So to do this, we simply import form builder, form group, invalidators from Angular forms. Now let's create an article form property bound to our form group member that we just imported here in the component class. All right, let's also go back once again to our article component file. And we're going to copy these 3 dependency injections right there and go back to our create component. We'll paste these in, and we're going to add one more for private FB bound to form builder. All right, let's save that. Now on ng on init, we're going to structure the form through the form builder. So we say this dot article form, this dot fb group, and then this is where we structure the requirements of the individual fields. So the property of title, we pass in null for the first argument, and this will set a default value if you wish. So we set it at null. Validators.compose, and we'll put in validators.required to make this a required field. We can also add validators.minimum length if we wish, and we say a minimum length of 10 characters. You can also pass in validators.max length, and we'll say 45 here. We'll put a comma at the end, and we'll do the same thing for our content property. So we'll copy this, and we'll just change it up slightly. We'll say content, and we'll make it required. And the minimum length, we're just going to leave at 10 just to make our life a little bit easier when we go to actually use this and create our different articles. So let me go ahead and just delete this one here at the end. Okay. All right, so next we want to create a method that will call upon our insert article method within the article service that we just created. So when the form is submitted, it will call add article, article of type article, and put in this article service, call our new method insert article. We pass in article from the parameters, subscribe your new article to, now we use this.articles.push new article. And then also once it pushes it, we'll go ahead and put this router.navigate by URL and just push them to the home page. Okay, real quickly, we could see the red squiggly line. And that's because we have to reference up here articles. And this will be an array of type article. Okay, and then at the top of ng on init, once this component loads, we're going to call our article service, get articles, and subscribe a result to this.articles equals res. All right, so in the next lesson, we're going to focus on the create components template file to build out our form and give it a test run.